Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. Today we're out in the workshop. And I'm working on the cleanup of a saw that I picked up earlier in the week at the flea market. And I put together a little flea market video for everybody, and Jeff, one of the subscribers to this channel, had left a comment that about the crosscut saw. And I wanted to show Jeff and and anybody else who's interested where we're at with that saw. The saw was in exceptionally good shape, and the price was right. I paid $20 for this saw. It's a one-man, 5-foot champion tooth crosscut saw. And it had no pitting. All the teeth were there. They weren't broken or anything. And it had some sort of a dried up protective coating on it. I'm guessing a combination of some sort of oil or whatever, and probably 60 or more years of dust on it. So I started to clean up and wanted to show everybody where it's at. I think it turned out pretty good. I was able, underneath all that grunge, I was able to find a etching of the maker. It's H. Distant and Sons. So it's probably, and I'm guessing on this, probably from the 30s or 40s. Not sure on that. There's you know, a lot you can research on medallions and etchings, but I'm thinking it's around the 30s or 40s. Overall, it was in good shape, and I started out by scraping all that grunge off there, you know, and took a little flat razor blade, very careful, and it worked pretty good. Gave it a coat of WD-40 and some 4/0 steel wool, very fine steel wool. I didn't want to, you know, scratch anything or mess up that etching on there. And that helped clean up what little bit was left, and the tiny bit of rust. I mean, it's carbon steel, you know, it stains and it has a patina to it, but I wanted to clean it up the best I could. And of course, I mean, it's not going to come out looking like it came out of the showroom, but I wanted to clean it up. So after that step, I got out some metal polish and applied that and worked that in. And what I used to apply that metal polish, or to, you know, work it, was crumpled up tin foil. It's the first time I'd ever used that, and it worked very well. It worked great, actually. And I got a lot more of the grunge off it and polished it up. Then I proceeded to put one final coat of just car wax on it, and then I had taken the handle off, sanded that down. I didn't want to just completely make it look like a brand new handle, but I wanted to clean it up. So I just went through it, you know, lightly. The medallions and little the little bolts and screw nuts that go on that handle were pretty well tarnished. So I took a little bit of that metal polish and cleaned those up also, and they came out pretty good. They were not brass. So I'm assuming, possibly, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm just possibly thinking that the saw was made around possibly World War II, when brass was hard to come by. I don't know. I'm guessing on that. I'm sure some of you guys that know about saws and know a lot more than I do are probably saying, you're wrong, Brian, you're wrong, that's good. So I'm just assuming these things. So I cleaned up all that, put it all back together, and I got a few pictures at the end of the video here showing you how it turned out. I wanted to show Jeff how it turned out, and anybody else that was interested. And I think it turned out pretty good. It met my expectations of what I was looking to. I mean, I didn't want the thing to look like it's brand new, but it's clean, it's preserved. And the next step, which will be in an upcoming workshop video, will be sharpening the saw. It cuts right now, but it cuts very poorly. So I'm going to need to sharpen it, but I wanted to show everybody the saw and the progress we're making. couple of issues with this saw. The first issue was in the cleanup process. I ruined my, well, I didn't ruin it, but I got oil splattered all over my shirt. The thing was one of the little screws that hold the handle in was stuck. I couldn't get it out, and I didn't want to mess it up. You know, a lot of times with older saws, that, I mean, the thing probably hadn't been taken apart in 40 or 50 years, so I couldn't really get any kind of penetrating oil down in there. And what I ended up doing, and it worked real good, was I took one of those jar lid removers, you know, them pads that you put on a jar top, and I put that on underneath the saw on the side that did not have the slotted screw. Then I took a couple of clamps and I clamped it down real tight, so there was a lot of pressure on that domed end of the little screw there, and it wouldn't slip. And I put the screwdriver on it and just barely worked it back and forth a little bit, and boom, it opened like nothing. So if you ever got a stuck screw on a saw handle, try that. It worked quite well. At the time, I probably should have photographed it, but I didn't. So, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. It worked very well, as did the tin foil, which is the first time I've done that, and it worked very well. So there's a couple of tips that might help you out. So until next time, everybody, take care. Thank you for watching. Remember to keep on trucking and believe in yourself even when no one else does.